Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dia about to react to this video. It's titled Coachella 2026 is crazy. Airbnb drama, influencers, uninvited, and more. So I saw this reel on IG of this comedian. He was talking about the prices on Airbnb. It was crazy, like $10,000 a night for the most basic accommodations ever. It was wild. So yeah, people just are willing to pay whatever to go to this weak ass festival. I don't get it. I don't understand it personally, but sure. Anyway, let's see why everything is so crazy though and what happened. Let's watch.
You guys, day one of Coachella, we have made it through, but there's some other Coachella drama that I didn't cover in yesterday's video that I want to talk about today, like Airbnb, all the drama surrounding that, influencers suddenly getting uninvited
that's the video I saw.
From Coachella, it being a whole ordeal, and so much more. We're going to get into everything. Festival even kicked off yesterday, there was a ton of chaos leading up to the event, as this week has been filled with people having their Airbnbs cancel on them and so much more, which hopefully Airbnb changes something in their policy that prevents...
Yeah, no, because they scamming. Like, y'all should not be able to upcharge the Airbnbs to that degree. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. It was like, yeah, $10,000, $12,000 a night for like basic 2-bedroom apartments. Like, it was stupid. So I'm like, how are they able to even get away with this? People are definitely dumb for paying those prices, but it's like, yeah, that's not cool for them to even be able to do that.
This
sounds illegal.
Because this is insane and honestly so gross of the people who did this, but tons of people were saying that their Airbnbs were last minute getting canceled by the host because the host figured that demand for a place to stay near the festival was so high that they could cancel their original booking and charge even more for the same place to try and make more money. This just started to be a thing that ended up happening to so many people, and those online were calling these hosts out.
Hey guys, happy Easter. It's been a crazy morning for me. I woke up to this email. Basically woke up to a message from my Airbnb host for Coachella weekend that our spot is getting canceled. Like any normal person, I started to freak out. Called my friend Yessie, who I'm going to Coachella with, and I was like, girl, go look at the host message. And basically she just had a message like, so sorry, canceling the Airbnb. And I was like, oh, freaking out, called Airbnb support, and I was like, I'm not sure what's going on because on my end I still see that it's active. Airbnb was on the same page. They were like, well, on our end nothing is canceled, so I'm not sure what she means by that message. I remained very calm, but then I was really just like, you know when you're so upset that you just like go mute? That was me, because I'm like, how is this Airbnb host literally canceling 5 days before the show? Coachella weekend 1 is the next Friday, like this coming Friday, and today's Sunday. So, again, a normal person, I started to freak out. So, it started like around 9 a.m. Around 11:30, the host officially canceled our place. So we were like, okay, mind you, we booked this place back in September. So she had 7 months to let us know that it wasn't going to work out, or, you know, to communicate. And so then I sent her a message and I was like, this is just very disappointing. I'm literally in shock. Like, what is going on? And she was like, I'm so sorry. The city of Palm Desert sent out a letter saying that we're not able to book Airbnbs for that weekend. And then she tried to like make me feel better by saying like, don't worry, like other Coachella reservations were canceled too. Girl, I'm talking about our reservation, because now me and my friend are like looking for Airbnbs and everything is between $5,000 to like $10,000.
Coachella Airbnb owners are canceling pre-booked rentals to charge more to last-minute groups. This has happened to several of my friends who have booked places for thousands of dollars. This one, for example, $7,500, 3 months in advance for 4 nights. The owner canceled just last week, which is 2 weeks before the festival, by saying he sold the house. Then he relisted it for 2.5 times the price on Airbnb the next day.
People in the comments were so mad for these people.
Oh,
and wrote, they do this and repost at a higher rate. File a complaint with Airbnb, leave a bad review. And one of the girls said,
I agree. Airbnb, they're really accommodating. They have came through for me a couple times actually dealing with stupid hosts. So if they push hard enough, they may be able to get something, I don't know, maybe a credit or for a future stay, something.
Because we see that she relisted for a higher price. I'm so upset. Other people said, yeah, my sister got canceled. She booked a long time ago. And people wonder why we don't like Airbnb hosts. She canceled it so she can relist it.
I love an Airbnb.
3 times the price. If a host canceled a home,
the Airbnb slander needs to stop. Y'all don't travel enough if you got that opinion, and you don't use Airbnbs enough, because they come through clutch for sure. I definitely like them over hotels, but in a situation like this, yeah, Coachella is just ghetto. There's just always things going wrong surrounding this festival, which is, once again, I don't know why people go.
Then they shouldn't be allowed to rebook the place within 3 weeks of a cancellation date. People also noted that prices are just insane. Like we talked about this yesterday, prices around Coachella are just ridiculous. Around the festival time, someone said the Motel 6 is normally $60 a night, but $880 a night during Coachella, over 1,000% markup. Insane. Which
this is your reminder to not wait until the last week of Coachella to get an Airbnb. What do we got here? We got a trailer, 4 nights. What do we think? Couple $100, $12K. $12K to stay at the Imagine. No,
he's not lying either. I thought he was joking. I'm like, this gotta be fake or AI. I went on the website and I looked myself. These are actual prices.
you paid that much for a trailer. Is Hank Hill gonna be filling up my propane only? Hey, everybody relax. We got a pool. We can take a dip for $219.
Actually, in talking about all this did happen to me once. Now that I'm thinking about it, I tried to book an Airbnb for Coachella, and this was years ago, but it was so in advance that they hadn't even raised prices for Coachella, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm getting a deal.
Okay.
Nope, because when I booked it, then they realized what weekend it was, and they were like, actually, that's not right. Cancel the listing, and then change the prices, and obviously raised them. At that point, I was like, okay, well, let me just look around and see what other options there are. But it is just truly criminal to be doing that to somebody last minute.
Rolling Loud would never. When I went to Rolling Loud in New York with my family, we had an Airbnb not too far from the festival. It was no issue at all. Like, we was in a house. It was cool. Did we walk there? No, I think we did take an Uber, but it was a very short Uber. A very short Uber ride to the festival.
But speaking of last minute cancellations, some influencers have been having some very disappointing emails sent to them, as some people were getting last minute uninvited to Coachella. And it's several people I've seen post about this, which is crazy to do so close to the festival. One lifestyle influencer, Kelsey, posted, "Guess who has 2 thumbs and got uninvited to Coachella?" And she captioned it, "2027 will be my year." And she later shared the story of what exactly went down.
Nothing makes you feel like a big fat loser than being uninvited to the influencer Olympics that is Coachella. I thought it was an influencer myth, but turns out it's very real. A few months ago, I got invited to Coachella. Now, when you get invited to something like this or any brand trip, you have to confirm that you want to go, and then the brand will then confirm dates and flights and hotels and stuff like that, and then you confirm that, then you sign a contract, and then everything goes from there. Confirmed that I wanted to go. We're in the process of confirming flights and hotels. It took about a week for them to respond to my manager, who was like, yes, this flight works, this hotel works, blah, blah, blah. I followed up a few times because obviously it's time sensitive and hotels book up around Coachella and flights get way more expensive, so it's advantageous for both parties to kind of say what they want to do very quickly. And that's when the email came through saying, hey, actually, we can't invite Kelsey anymore. We're at capacity, so we're gonna have to rescind her invite. This is not a bat signal to be like, please, brands, invite me to Coachella. I have made my peace with it. I'm actually taking myself on vacation instead. Not be the biggest influencer, but it happens, and it's not a good feeling. We will live through this, okay? And we can laugh about it now. Now it's like funny. Now it's funny, because I thought it was a myth.
I really love Kelsey's content, so when she said that she was uninvited, I was like, no! People demanded to know the brand. They were so upset for her.
How would that have benefited y'all if she went? I mean, did she do vlogs? Maybe y'all wanted like Coachella vlogs? Cause what?
They said, as someone who works in influencer marketing for brands, this is bad. You do not
As someone who is an influencer, you also shouldn't get online and be like, yeah, this brand uninvited me. They did me dirty. Because guess what? Other brands see that and they might not want to fuck with you because they see you as being messy. Like, why would you even put this out there? Because one thing about the internet, they are very resourceful. They figure shit out, okay? They put pieces together that you don't even know how you got that piece or this piece, and they figure things out. Like, they end up exposing people. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they find out what brand it is, and it's like that makes the brand look bad, and therefore other brands see that and they're just like, we want you exposing us in the future. Like, no, you messy, you know? So it's not smart for her personally, but whatever.
Invite people. You make it work and never let anyone know otherwise. Go ahead, queens. Tell us which brands we aren't buying from anymore. Why do brands uninvite to events?
Okay, I don't care. What else happened with people?
Definitely.
So I got uninvited from Coachella. Well, technically, we got uninvited from Coachella. So
y'all will live on.
Like, I want to say last week.
The world will spin.
It
will continue to spin.
Coachella as like a joke. Obviously, I wanted to go to Coachella. And so I got a few brands reached out, and I was so grateful, but I didn't have tickets, so I said no to.
And by the way, I'm not saying these brands are in the right whatsoever, obviously, but it's like, I mean, you're not obligated to fucking go. They don't have to follow through with their initial invite. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like y'all will live on if you don't go. So there's that.
I mean, and the accommodations. I know this is
What about the performances?
And I stopped giving to you here, but like,
what happened with those?
I need to that. So, because it's so frustrating how it's went down. So then, after I said no to the flights accommodations. Then I got an email last week, and they say, hey, let's give you 2 VIP tickets. So I'm ecstatic. I freak out. And then I go back to this brand and say, hey, yeah, I'll take the flights. I'll take the accommodations. And I'm getting.
So I don't care about this at all. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend I care.
I just am curious because I'm sitting here on my couch and like thank God I'm in therapy, but I wonder like what long-term damage doing this has given me. I'm just curious. I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, here, this is what made me spiral. I pretty much got invited to Coachella and then
Oh my God, y'all are insufferable.
People found out about
This is crazy.
the set times on Monday. They were not happy about them, which I will say is something that happens every year. It's nothing new where big acts are around the same time as other big acts. Things are overlapping. Things are far away. It's hard to get to. You have to plan who you want to be close for, who you don't mind missing a little bit of. It's always the drama. Everyone's always waiting for the set times because that's when you can actually make plans and figure out what you want to do every single day. But they dropped the set times on Monday, and when people saw what time Sabrina was going to come on yesterday, she was performing at 9, okay? Specifically 9:05 was the set time that they had set, and well, Cat's Eye was going to be on at 8 to 8:45. So in theory, you had like 20 minutes to get over to Sabrina, which normally would sound like you have like a good chunk of time, but when you're at Coachella, the crowds, the distance, it's going to take you a good chunk of time to get from that Cat's Eye stage to Sabrina's stage. Plus, if you wanted to be close for Sabrina, I mean, there was just no way that you were.
How big is this? Because
you're gonna be able to like leave Cat's Eye after like.
I remember we had to do that as well. Like, okay, we're gonna go see this person over here at this time and that person, but it wasn't that far of a walk to where we couldn't get there in 20 minutes.
The full thing and then make it to Sabrina and have like a close spot. Just no. So people were not happy. Some people also noted, Slater was on super early. There were a lot of time slots that had people upset. And they say that, they do this for crowd control, really split people up. But nonetheless, people are not happy.
I want to know whose idea it was at Coachella to put Sabrina Carpenter at 9 p.m. and Cat's Eye at 8. Oh, we got there on different stages that were far. That's not gnarly. That's not gnarly at all.
Coachella, I have a vote to pick with you. I would like to know who on your team, whose idea it was to have Cat's Eye over here end at 8:45 and then Sabrina start at 9:05 at Sahara and the Coachella main stage, which could not be further apart. Like, yeah, oh my God, cute crowd control, but you could have. Now I have to pick. Now I literally have to pick because I want a good spot for Sabrina. But I also want to see Cat's Eye.
And I don't understand that mentality either. We were mainly in the back for a lot of performances, okay? J. Cole, Lil Uzi, back, okay? In the back. Because I don't need to be up front and getting squished and having people all jumping around me and jumping on me and spilling shit on me. I don't personally like doing that, but I guess that is what people want to do at festivals. Like, oh, let me get to the front.
And that's not happening if I go to Cat's Eye and then I go to Sabrina.
Now, I will say, tonight is Justin Bieber, and after much talk of him not doing any throwbacks, people have been hearing him rehearse near the festival and claim to hear him practicing Sorry. So I'm really wondering if he will actually be doing a throwback song, okay? But we'll have to wait until 11 p.m. tonight to find out. And I'll also say, because I didn't mention this yesterday, but he did 2 shows, right? He did a show at the Roxy and he did a show at the Troubadour leading up to Coachella, which typically isn't allowed. There's like a radius clause in their contract to perform at Coachella that you can't perform anywhere near Coachella within a certain distance, because obviously they want Coachella to be a desirable event that people go to, and so they don't want you to do like an LA show and then also perform at Coachella. But because he was performing at these small venues, and I think because he was inviting people, like people didn't actually have to pay to go to the concert, it was free to go, he was allowed to do it. But I think if he had to like sell these tickets and did a big venue, they would be like, oh no. So maybe he did leave off some throwback songs and didn't do his exact set list to also try and like pull one on that contract in Coachella and be like, oh, but like I'm saving, you know, the throwbacks for you guys. So I guess we'll see tonight.
Oh, Lord. Listen, people who got uninvited, is it right? No, but you will survive. You will live on, okay? And yeah, it's just always drama and, you know, ratchetry every single year. So I don't understand why people keep flocking to this festival. I don't get it. But hey, sure, it gets popular every year and people love it. They eat it up. I'm more interested in the performances and the drama surrounding that. So that is what I will, you know, stay on the lookout for. I honestly thought that some of that would be in this vid, but it's not. So there's that. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.